land we monotheistic. They're gonna love the way that we get this. I come off the edge, yeah, we blitzing. Listen, I'm gifted. Open it up like it's Christmas. Please, just be my witness. I'm monotheistic, I'm gifted. I put in your ear, you listen. They gon' hear what I say. They gon' see how I'm gon' play on their shores. I touch down and I'm ready to score.
Blessings, family. Welcome to the journey. I'm Deshawn, the Promised Land Consultant. It's good to be back with you. You know the motto and the mantra that we say every time. I'm dedicated to serving you from sun up to sun down. Dedicated, family, to seeing you planted, growing, and manifesting in your promised land. For those of you who don't know what a promised land consultant does or how he moves, is someone who helps you get out of the bondage of Egypt when you're stuck in addictions, when you're stuck in a place that you don't want to be. After that, you're in the wilderness, and that's where I just give you motivations. We talk about different topics that can help you thrive when you are in a barren and forsaken place that you don't want to be. And then after that, I also give you a little bit of motivation for when you are in the promised land and you want to be sustained in there, because you know the enemy wants to pull you down and pull you out of that place that flows with milk and honey. So let's get into today's message, which is in the spirit. When you're in the wilderness, when you are learning to hear the voice of God, God will be testing you according to his 10 commandments. So 10 reps, 10 steps that you have to know, have to get used to when you are in the wilderness. And the second one is, you will make no graven image unto yourself. Basically, no idols, right? And this one tends to trip up a lot of people, because we as people tend to be creators and we love to make things, the work of our hands. We love to make it and then bow down and give praise to it. Why are we this way? I have no clue. But when you were alone by yourself, getting to know God, one of the number one temptations that tripped up a lot of the first generation of Israelites was making idols. Tangible idols as you see before you: money, people, gold, ways that you were healed, like the serpent on the snake. Idols can be anything that take a tangible form, but also an intangible form. And the intangible idols are some of the worst ones. Let me give you an example, such as timing. Whose routine are you on? Whose calendar are you following? When you are in bondage, you are for sure on the enemy's timetable. You are on the enemy's clock, and the enemy is telling you how to move, when to move, what to do, when to rest, when to go to the bathroom, when to sleep, when to wake up, when to party, when to do everything that you shouldn't be doing. You see, for instance, the Gregorian calendar, which we follow, as you can see, April, May, June, all the different months in there, there's deities or gods that are associated with it that are praised during those months. So you're already off of Yah's timing, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's timing. When you follow that calendar, you've already got a God. See, that's why you got to go from bondage into the wilderness, so he can break all of that off you. You're getting reps in the spirit so you can learn how to walk according to God's timing. The first day of the year started in Nisan, which is between March and April, as you can see on the calendar. So you want to get on God's timing, start that as being your new year. And let me give you an example why this is important. Most people, all the people I know in America, and when the new year starts, it's a magical time to them for some reason. I don't know why. And they set a New Year's resolution, right? They're planting spiritual seeds for what they want to happen throughout and during that year. My issue with that is they're on the wrong timing. Why would you plant a seed during the winter? The physical realm mimics the spiritual realm. Things happen first in the spiritual, and then it comes down to the physical. So if you're planting your seed in the winter, when the earth is frozen and everything is dead, you're most likely going to fail. And if you look up the stats on it, I believe it's like 90% of people who set a New Year's resolution fail. The best time to plant your seed, if you want to take the lead, would be on God's timing, which is when? March, April, the beginning of the year. And we know during spring, there's more life going on. There's more birth going on. There's just more happening because the sun The biggest source of energy in the world is giving more energy to the earth. Things are heating up. This is when you want to plant your seed. Winter is for reflection. Springtime is for planting your seed and making moves so you can see things happen. Not during New Year's, but that's just me, you know what I'm saying? Another example that you can see in being on the wrong timing is the holidays that you will celebrate. Celebrating the wrong holidays can throw off your perception, can have you perceiving things in the wrong way. For instance, a lot of people celebrate Valentine's Day, and they believe that the heart on the left, whatever heart that is, right, my bad, the heart on the right, they believe that's true love, right? They believe that that's what love looks like. It's perfectly symmetrical. It's just right. But we know the real heart is the one on the left, and it looks ugly. It's deformed. It's bloody. You know what I'm saying? It's work being that heart, because the real heart supplies electricity and blood to the entire body. The real heart, it's not perfectly shaped or anything like that. And that's what true love is. It doesn't look like what your culture wants you to think. It doesn't look like what you would see in the culture and in the media. They'll sell you a fake love. They'll show you a love that you shouldn't be looking to be a part of, because we see how many divorces are happening because people expect a enchanted love. They expect the love that they see on the movies, that perfect heart on the left. But that's not love. True love is that heart on the right. And it doesn't look right, but that's how God formed the heart. He knew what he was doing, because when you look at marriage, where people talk about they have so much love and they make this heart, they shouldn't be making that heart. They should be making a heart that doesn't look right, because the heart that's malformed, that's the one that does the work. The heart that's beating constantly, putting in work, keeping us alive, that's true love. The one that's constantly putting in work and never stops. Choose wisely which heart is real or fake to you. And when you're on the wrong time, when you're on the wrong calendar, your perception and your view of what real love versus fake love is will be distorted, because you'll be celebrating Valentine's Day, seeing these cute, beautiful pink hearts, thinking that this is what love is. It's so dainty. It's so beautiful. That's not what love is. Love is that other heart with the veins around it. Love is that other heart that's not proportional. Love is that other heart that does work all day long. And even when you go to sleep, that heart is still putting in work. It doesn't rest. That heart doesn't rest. That heart's always on the move. That heart's always beating. That's what real love is. That's what real love's about. That's how love gets down. But when you are entrenched in the wrong schedule, in the wrong routine, you're gonna be believing the wrong thing. So be mindful of this intangible idol that many of us have in our life when we are coming out of bondage. We have been stuck on those holidays, routines, and timing of the enemy, which is false, and it puts you in a place where your perception is off. And I believe as you go through the wilderness, when you're in that time by yourself, getting to know God, he's stripping that all away from you, and you have to be willing to let it go, or the Most High will let you go. So you got to make a decision, and it's not easy, but that's the talk for today. To help you get out of the wilderness is that second step, stepping in the Spirit. No tangible or intangible idols. No graven images, no routines from the enemy. You have to be on God's timing. And remember, I'm Deshawn, the Promised Land Consultant, dedicated to serving you from sun up to sun down. Dedicated, family, to seeing you planted, growing, and manifesting in your promised land. Hey, before you leave, before you step out of this little conversation and discussion, I got to pray for you. I pray that when you come out of bondage and you're in your promised land, that you'll get rid of any and all idols that may be in your life, that you will clean your vessel, and that you won't let the routines of the culture and the bondage that you left come back, because they easily grow back up like weeds. But rather, you'll get those reps, those steps in the spirit, and you'll learn God's timing. You'll learn God's calendar and how to stick to the calendar that He has given you. Amen. All right.
From the mountain to the plains, please let me make it plain as we board in this plane. We about to take off, we about to spread them wings, and you know what that brings. From the bottom to the top, tell them this is that drop. No more curses, I know my worth and I'm on my purpose. I'm moving with the passion. From the plains to the mountaintops, I'm dabbing up